Hey all of you, it's Mang and welcome to this video. So basically this is a typewriter effect in which you can see there are three words. That is first is web developer and the second is C teacher and the third is designer. These all three words, the character of all these three words comes one by one. Okay, so this is the typewriter effect which you see in I think a lot of websites having this effect, and this is I think this is a good effect which you can add in your portfolio and the websites. Okay, so let's get started. Let's build this. It is a very simple project, and with this project you are going to learn the use effect hook. Okay, so let's get started. See this, it also stops when I click on the stop. It is stop. Okay, so this is other functionality which I have added for for stopping this effect. So I have started a React app. Let's go to its file and first remove the header tag and create a div tag of class container. And inside in this div create another div tag. Give class name headings. Create a h2 tag. Create another h2 tag and give class name to this type, and in this h2 we will dynamically add our words with the typewriting effect. And right now it has nothing inside in it. And create a button. Create a on click event handler inside this button. And this is calling our stop function, which we are going to define in just 1 minute. So don't need logo. Go to let's create basic styling for all of these. Our root font size is 16 pixel. Let's select the main container. Give background color aqua, and now select the headings of our container. Give display flags. Height 35 rem, width 80%, and margin auto. Align item center. Now select the our h2. Give color aqua. Font size 3 rem. Text align center. Now let's select this our typewriting class, that is type which we have added. Give margin left, one REM, color blue violet, font size 2.4 REM. Now select our button with 5 REM, height 2 REM, margin left 40%, and font weight 500. Save this and see in the browser how it looks now. So save app.css and come to app.js and create the stock function inside the save this and now see our okay, so our text is hidden because we have added background color aqua. Remove this from the container when you save this and see. So go to app.js and if you write something, anything like t has a different color, and t is a character, and what we want a line after this t character. Okay, so how can we achieve this? With the help of css, the typewriting line like this. With the help of css we can achieve this. Go to app.css and this is in our type h2 heading. So select dot type heading, dot type h2, that and select and add after selector. Give content property blank, give width 2 pixel, height 100%, and border right, that is the line, border right 3 pixel, solid red. And when you save this, see now our character has a border right, and that is exactly which we want. Okay, so let's create the functionality to add dynamically words. Go to the app.js. So let's say, okay, so we are importing use state hook from React. First create a var variable of words, and words is an array. So right now we will have only two words. The first is web developer, and the second is designer. Create an another whose value is 1. Create another variable of word number, that is 0. Okay, so word number is a variable, that is our first word. Word number 0 is what does it mean? It is saying it the first word, and count is the character starting from of our word. So count is 0 means first word, and count is 1 means second word. create a use state variable. Get current word and a set current word function to update the value. An initial value of our current word is an empty string. So what is this current word? Current word is the characters of the word. When our web developer word is printing in the having the typewriter effect, then current word have the value of web developer. Okay, so current word is the current word that is going to type. Now we are importing use effect. Use effect is an hook and up. So define use effect here before stop function, and inside it write first so low. Let me tell you how it works. When you save this and come to the screen, see it has printed JJJ, right? That is we have written in the console log. Okay, see how it works. See, we have defined use effect hook in our app function. So whenever our app function renders for the first time, whatever you put the condition, whatever thing you write in the use effect function runs. Okay, so use effect hook runs when the component, that is the function app, renders for the first time. Okay, so that's why we can see the console has printed JJJ. That is exactly it has written. And when I put an empty bracket after comma, this means we are not depending on any value of inside of this whatever logic you write. Okay, so use effect is going to run only one time. If you write anything inside this bracket, it is going to run as per the condition. Okay, and in this first time we are not printing any value. Right now we are calling our set interval function, and this set interval function accept two argument. The first is the function which the set interval is going to call, and the other argument is the seconds of at how many second it is going to call that function. 350 milliseconds. Okay, so set interval is going to execute our type function which we are going to define at an interval of 350 milliseconds. So after each 350 millisecond, this set interval function is going to run. Okay, let's define type function. So we are creating a local variable of this type function. Characters, words, word number, dot slice. See, what is this? See, characters is going to words. First of all, words is an array, and word number is what is our word number? Word number is 0. Okay, so words array of word number 0 means our first word. Word number 0 means first word of our words. That is web developer slice it. Slice is mean, so slice means to extract the characters from the starting. 0 is the starting index of our string. Okay, so what's word number is going to give our first string, that is web developer, and this slice function is going to run on the web developer string, and is saying that extract the characters from the 0 index. So 0 index means the first, and the whatever value you give here, it is going to this is going to extract that variables up to this range from 0 to 2, 0 to 1. Okay, so right now the initial value of count is 1, so it is going to extract only one character from the 0 and 1, that is W, and when you save this, see exactly this exactly gets printed in the console. Okay, so why it is not printing? See, we have defined, we are calling function before, we don't, we can't call function before it's been defined, it is defined after. Okay, so we are calling this our type function before it's actually defined. Okay, so let's move our use effect below type function, and when you save this, see this gets printed W, right? W is the character, it is only one character because it has sliced function, and it is going it is continuously gets executed. Our type function is continuously gets executed because we have added this 350 millisecond interval. Okay, so this is how it is running. See, remove this. Now we set our current word, that is our characters. Now our current word has the characters of over the first of the word, that is going to get printed in the console. And now increase the count value, so it goes after each word. Print this current word value at the type heading. Here's this, it is going to print each character of the current word, and after our first word gets printed, the character of first word gets printed, it stop, but actually it not stop. See, the initially the count value is 1, but when the type function again run after 350 millisecond, the count value becomes 2, and at this call, the slice function is going to extract two characters of the current word. Okay, so what is the current word? Current word is web developer. At the second time, it is going to extract two characters, and at the third time, it is going to extract three characters, fourth time, fifth, sixth, and this is how it extract each characters at after each call. Okay, so in each call the count value gets incremented, and that's the result we are seeing the whole word here. But after our first after the last word of our first word, there is no other word, there is no other character left after R. Okay, that's why it is showing stop, that's why it is stopped there. Let's get the let's get the functionality of jumping to the next word. If count variable has the value that is greater than words of our first word, that is word number 0 dot length, and it is an array. See, if our count in the initial call the count value is 0, but when it's incremented, it increments up to the length of our current word. Okay, but it when it greater than the length of when it's incremented greater than the length of our first word, we don't we want our word number gets incremented. Okay, see, the initial count value is 0, but when it gets incremented to the length of our greater than the length of the current word, see the length of current current word is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, and it get when it gets incremented to 14, we want our word number becomes 2, so that our second word now gets printed, that is designer. And at the second word we also want the count start from the 0, not from the last state. Okay, so at here also initialize count value to 0. So this is how we can loop all our words. When you save this and see in the browser, see our first word gets printed. Now it is going to jump on the second word. Okay, so after second word it has shown an error, cannot read property slides of undefined, because has now it has now our word number has the value that is 2, but in the array of our words we have only 2 words. Okay, but word number is 2, word number 2 means the third word of our words array, but we don't have any third word. That's why the slice function is showing this error. If another if statement, if our word number is equal to words array dot length, we want to initialize our word number from 0. Okay, this is going to loop from 1 to 3, 1 to 3. Okay, see our array element is 2 words. Okay, so words dot length is giving 2, but so when our word number is becomes 2, that is saying the third word of our words array, but we don't have any third words. That's why we want our word number to stay back to 0, to the first word of our words. Okay, so this is how we loop. When you save this and see on the see now refresh it, see now it is going to start from the first word. After the second word gets printed, that is okay now. Okay, so this is how we loop our array, so that after the last word the first word gets printed. Okay, now it is printing after our last second word, it is going to loop, it is going to print our first word. Okay, okay, so let's get the stop functionality, last functionality. So how can we achieve this? See, in the use effect, the set interval also return an id. With the id we can stop our typewriting effect, but we also want to set this id, because every time this set interval is going to execute, it is returning different ids. Okay, so to have a dynamic state variable, let's create a use state id that is going to store id data. Let's create id variable and a function to store this, and the initial current values an empty string, or you can say none. There is no value in the id, but when the set interval returns the id, we want to update this id in the state id function. Let's update the id set id, and now we our state id current value in the stop function. The last updated id value we can retrieve this with the id variable, because we have set in with the set id function. So in the stop function, when the user click clear interval is going to run, and in this clear interval it is the last value of our id. So we have with the id variable. Okay, so it is showing an error that is none is not defined. So go to use state, and it's not null, it's null. Okay, when you save this, it is okay. So when I click on the stop, when I click on the stop button, it stop our typing effect. Okay, when I start the page again, it is having our typewriter effect. It is printing each character with the typewriter effect. Okay, so the cool factor is, see, when you add another word, it is going to print that word, anything like teacher, and the fourth word is something. The last thing I want to tell you, if okay, so, and if you are thinking why we have two variables that are the variables of state hook, and these three variables are simple variables. Okay, so what is the reason I have defined two variables with the state hook? Because this the first variable, that is current word, is going to affect on the screen. It is going to print the value of characters. Okay, that's why we have defined a use state current word variable and the another variable id, because id is going to store the last value of the id that set interval is going to return. Okay, so both these two variables have a dynamic effect on the screen. That's why I have defined it with the use state of what, not with simple declaration. And these three variables have a scope of only two outside function, one outside function that is type function. That's why I have declared it simply. Okay, so this was our typewriting effect. I hope you have liked it. Please subscribe. I focus on creating modern designs and in demand things like React.